Welcome back to the Lions Legion, Lancers. It's time to power on and power up our Ranger Javelins. In today's video tutorial, we will review my strategy and tactics utilized when unleashing my Ranger Javelin by maximizing its overall damage and survivability potential to provide maximum impact, whether running solo or with a team. My Ranger, sniper-based build entitled Annihilation R1 is on exhibition in the gameplay. I'll have this revision uploading soon, so look out for that, as it's an explosive blast. I'll link the previous version of the build video in the description below. In that video, I reveal my components, gear, and weapons with inscriptions to showcase how I was able to provide a synergy between the components, gear, and weapons and inscriptions to maintain high damage on all damage sources, while focusing on maximizing the damage output from my favorite sniper rifle, the Truth of Tarsus. This is done all while maintaining effective damage and high survivability. If you are new here, then welcome. This channel is your source for Anthem Grandmaster 3-tier builds and loadouts for the Colossus, Interceptor, Ranger, and Storm Javelins, as well as tips and tutorial videos on how to maximize your Javelin's damage and survivability potential for Grandmaster 3. If you enjoy the content here at the Lions Legion, like and subscribe to join up with the rest of the Lions and Lionesses. Also click the bell so that you'll be notified of every video upload. So let's get into today's topic. Now, it is important to first understand the purpose of the Ranger Javelin. The Ranger Javelin's archetype is the jack-of-all-trades Javelin. The Ranger can really do it all reasonably well. The Ranger can be built for flight-focused combat as showcased in my build, Laser Sight. And the Ranger can be built as a combo fiend. The Ranger can be built to brutalize and crush bones with a melee-focused loadout such as my build, Bone Crusher. The Ranger also can even be built to unleash annihilation as a sniper, as showcased here in the gameplay. I'll link my Ranger builds playlist in the description below, as I have loadouts to cover all that I have mentioned and more to suit your preferred playstyle. Now the Ranger boasts heavy armor just as the Colossus does, just in a significantly lower amount. Also, the Ranger is second to only the Interceptor in agility. The Ranger, like the Interceptor, excels in 1v1 combat, but unlike the Interceptor, can be built to handle itself reasonably against groups without the use of an ultimate ability. Now, just before I get into the deeper specifics of the Ranger, I want to bring to light a key Ranger-only ability that allows the Ranger to have yet an even further unique impact in Anthem. So what is this ability? Well, the Ranger is the only Javelin that can provide armor heals to us and nearby friendly Lancers. This allows the Ranger to have a unique tide-turning impact during the battle. The ability to heal teammates in the more difficult stronghold expeditions cannot be overlooked or underestimated. The tip of the spear component enables the Ranger to provide these armor heals and is also the Ranger's combo damage increase component. Moving on. The Ranger has access to all status damage types: acid, electricity, fire, and ice. Also, the Ranger has access to the main standard damage types, which are single target and AoE. The single target damage category is impact damage, and the AoE damage category is blast. The most notable Ranger gear pieces that fall into these categories are the recurring Vengeance Assault Launcher, which is impact, single target damage, and the Last Argument Grenade, which is blast, AoE damage affecting all enemies within its blast radius. Let's stay here for a moment so that we can keep this train of thought. The Ranger has components that increase and lower both its blast and impact damage. These components actually critically affect how a Ranger performs when built, because as we mentioned, some of its gear pieces focus on single target impact damage, while others focus on multiple target AoE blast damage. Consequently, as some of the Ranger's gear pieces focus on blast and impact damage, when equipping these components without considering this, one can inadvertently increase or decrease their overall damage and combo damage output, depending on the gear pieces equipped. Furthermore, the Ranger's ultimate ability deals blast damage. Therefore, equipping the Airborne Advantage component, which increases impact damage by 50% but lowers blast damage by 20%, will lower the portion of the Javelin's ultimate that deals blast damage by 20%. Conversely, equipping the Victor's Resolve component, which increases the Javelin's blast damage by 50%, but lowers impact damage by 20%, will increase the blast damage portion of the Javelin's ultimate by 50%. Now all of the Ranger's components are good at what they are purposed for. So for this topic, we will focus on the Javelin's basic combo damage increase component, the blast damage increase component, and the impact damage increase component. Those components are the tip of the spear, which increases a Ranger's combo damage by 60% and provides us and nearby friendly Lancers with armor heals, and Victor's Resolve an airborne advantage, as previously mentioned. Therefore, key inscriptions and sigils for the Ranger are the Combo Impact Damage inscription, which is the Ranger's combo damage inscription, the Combo Damage Sigil, the Blast Damage inscription, and the Ultimate Damage inscription and sigils. Now, if building a melee-focused Ranger, then melee inscriptions and sigils. Armor increased inscriptions and sigils are also highly beneficial for the Ranger when paired with the tip of the spear component due to armor heals. In summary, we discussed unleashing the Ranger for maximum impact through utilizing armor inscriptions and sigils, blast damage inscriptions, combo impact damage inscriptions, and melee inscriptions or sigils, and finally, key Ranger components. I hope that you found the information, insights, and tips to be useful in unleashing your Ranger Javelin through maximizing its overall damage output and survivability to bring maximum impact to every battlefield that you grace. Also, check the description below for this link to the new Lions lot. Here you can find merch that represents the pride, prowess, and style of those in the Lions Legion. And as always, I appreciate your support as we grow the Legion. Remember to click that like button for the video. You can also click the subscribe button to join up with the rest of the Lions Legion. Share the video as well and help other Lancers at Fort Tarsus increase their legend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And to all my lions and lionesses out there in the Legion, when the enemy shows their face, let them hear your